All right. It looks like we are live. I am sorry for the late start. For those of you who do not know me, I am Boss Attorney Bri, and here on this channel, we cover celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, copyright lawsuits, and really whatever we feel like covering. I am a California licensed attorney where I practice family law and trademark law, and let me tell you guys, it has been such a busy week already, and it's only Tuesday. I have a trial coming up on Friday, and it is just a lot of stress on top of more clients, which is great because that means business is great, right? But at the same time, I need to get some help. I need an assistant or something because it has been a lot going on. For those of you watching live, go ahead and drop in the chat how your Tuesday is going, how your week is going. So far, it's already almost Wednesday. The time just goes by so fast. So let me know how your week has been going. I see some people have been here early. Thank you guys. I am so tired. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so tired, but we're going to make this live worth it. So let's see what the peeps have to say in the chat. Those of you watching live, if you are here and you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button to help us out in the algorithm so we can get some more friends so the Bri Hive Live can pop a little bit more. Okay, guys? So let's check out who's here. We have Mr. CKB. Welcome back, saying, okay. All right, welcome back. I feel like you're becoming a regular now. All right, we have Cami MC saying, what could Shakira have done to fraud somebody? Oh, it's not somebody, it's the government. And we're going to get right into it. I don't have an actual full case on this because it hasn't gone to trial yet. And it's with just kind of a little introduction to it. It's with Spain. So I don't know if the documents are going to be in Spanish or not. So I'm going to look for them. But so far, I have not found the actual documents for the Shakira case. We have Hello Swanky saying T-2 minutes. I was a little bit late today. It's been a struggle. It's for sure been a struggle today. Hello Swanky says, get ready, Bri Hive. This is going to be a good one. Yes, it's going to be a good one. It's something that we don't normally cover, but we like a good fraud case, right? It's interesting to see how people are lying and scheming and all of the things. So we're going to get right into it. Hello Swanky also says, Cami MC, my first thought exactly, pure shock. You guys haven't heard about this case? They've been talking about it since last week. I was going to cover it last week, but like I said, this trial coming up has been a lot going on, and I just did not have the energy to stream last Thursday. So thank you guys for returning back this Tuesday, even though we missed a live stream last week. We have Hella Swanky saying, or is a new member. Welcome to channel membership. Definitely appreciate the support of the channel. Yes, guys, we have a new member of the Bri Hive. Hella Swanky is always here supporting the live stream. So I definitely also appreciate you supporting the membership. Thank you. And guys, remember, when we get to 25 members, we're going to have a special Zoom live stream. So make sure if you're interested in becoming a member, go ahead and join. Hit the join button. Join the Bri Hive officially. We have Ann Kirk. Welcome back saying, wow, just in time. Yes, you are. Just in time. Tanya D, welcome back to the live stream saying, hey, Bri Hive. Yes. Hello to the Bri Hive. Let me know how you guys are doing. How is your day going? We're going to get into the fraud, the mess. So let me know if your day is going good, because these people, their day is probably not going very good. All right, we have Tanya D saying, congratulations to Hella Swanky and becoming a member. Whoop, whoop. Bri Hive Live. Ain't no live like a Bri Hive Live. You guys know, I heard Emily saying that on her live stream the other day. I'm like, has she been saying that and I accidentally stole it from her? I don't know. I don't think I did. I think she said something about ain't no chat or something like that, but ours ain't no live like a Bri Hive Live. It was a little different. I was like, oh, I never heard her say that before. But I'm like, did I steal that on accident? Let me know if you guys gave me somebody else's chant. I know it's a common chant, but that's okay. Mr. CKB says, all good. Day's going good. That sounds great. Deacon Fatal, welcome back. Moderator and member of the channel saying, hey, Boss Attorney Bri in chat. Hello and welcome back. Tanya saying hi to Deacon. Deacon Fatal saying flood warnings. Oh, that's not a good day. That's not a good day. Stay safe out there wherever you are. Saying hi to Tanya. We have Ann Kirk saying so far the week is good. Yes, it's just going by so fast. It's going by extremely, extremely fast. We have Tanya D saying my week has been productive. Yes, it has. I know it's been productive. Little secrets going on here. We have Deacon Fatal saying apparently this dude is far worse than just someone that commits fraud. Yeah, so I haven't dove all the way deep into him. I did see that Natalie Lawyer Chick covered this guy a couple of times over the past week, but I haven't had an opportunity to actually watch her live stream. So I'm probably going to go back and watch them later on tonight if I have insomnia again. But I know she has covered it. So I'm wondering if some of the people in the chat have already kind of gone through what we're going to go through today with this pastor. And also TLA covered him as well. The lead attorney covered it. I saw, I think yesterday. I think it was yesterday he covered it. So you guys might already be aware of it, but we're going to go into one of his complaints. Deacon Fatal says it's not. As far as the floods, yeah, not a good day, not a good thing, not a good day, not a good week. Hopefully it doesn't flood too bad. Tiny D says, I heard her say it too and immediately thought about you, Bri. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. It's a common chat, but I just had never heard it over there. But you know, us being busy, it's hard to watch every single live stream when all of us are streaming for like 2-3 hours. So it's definitely hard to catch, but I did have a chance to catch up on some of her live streams because some of the topics that I haven't been covering, Emily does a great job in covering them. So I was watching it and I heard that. I was like, oh man. And then Mr. CKB says TLA covered it last night. Yeah, so he did cover it. I don't know what aspect of it he covered. So we're going to cover the robbery. And then we're also going to cover an actual fraud case he has against him for frauding. We're going to go with frauding an old person out of her retirement. Well, let me not say an old person, but frauding a person out of their retirement. So I haven't even given an introduction to the cases. So first, we're going to go over an article discussing Shakira's tax evasion case in Spain, Spanish tax evasion case. And then we're going to go ahead and go over this pastor that some of you have probably been seeing all over social media, on TikTok, on YouTube. Apparently everyone's covering it. And where else are they covering it? Probably Instagram. I haven't logged onto Instagram and I don't know how long. That's a lie. I've logged onto Instagram, but only to answer DMs that I have been missing. But other than that, I can't. It's too many different social medias going on and I cannot keep up. Okay. So if you guys try to contact me on Instagram, you probably will not get a response for several days, maybe even weeks. I got to get better, but I also need an assistant because it's just too much going on right now. Okay. So we have the pastor doing fraud and we have Shakira doing fraud. I know that Emily covered it on her channel. I think that's what I was watching when I heard the ain't no lie or ain't no chat, like a law nerd chat. I think that's what she said. So that's where I heard that. So Shakira case and then the pastor. The pastor is out here doing people dirty, and he got robbed. Or did he get robbed? So go ahead and drop in the chat a 1 if you have heard of the pastor who got robbed on a live stream. And let me know if you heard of his case. Drop a 2 in the chat if you also heard of his fraud case with the retirement, the lawsuit that's going against him in New York. And go ahead and drop a 3 in the chat if you heard of the Shakira case before me posting this online. I know a couple people have already covered some of these stories, but we're going to put our own Bri Hive spin on this stuff. So we have Tanya D saying, wow, he sounds like a shiesty guy. And he is a shiesty guy. Honestly, this is going to be a blind react, guys, because I haven't looked at it all the way. I've just read a couple of articles and I haven't gone all the way into it. So we're going to be seeing what he's being sued for all together. So I see some 1s coming into the chat. So You've heard about the guy getting robbed, heard about the guy getting robbed, heard about the fraud lawsuit against him for the retirement, guy getting robbed, retirement, guy getting robbed, the pastor. Let me stop saying the guy. The pastor got robbed on live stream. Myra heard of the Spanish tax evasion case for Shakira. Miss S. Gent heard of, I'm trying to think of my numbers, the Shakira case. Tanya D heard of the pastor getting robbed and the Shakira case, and Kirk heard of the fraud case against the pastor. Seven Star heard of Shakira case. Davs Beats, welcome back to the live stream, heard of all three of the cases. And Tanya D says, I haven't been online much, so it's new info for me. So I'm right there with you. I've been online, but not into the drama stuff that we're usually into for this channel. And then we have Seven Star also heard of the fraud case against the pastor. So let's get into Shakira, because this one is an article. So it's going to go by a little bit faster. And then we're going to get into the pastor and whatever else he got going on out here in the streets, on the internet, doing some crazy stuff. Do you guys know of this pastor? I'm not too familiar of him. I just started seeing TikToks coming up about some pastor getting robbed. Is he a super popular pastor? Is he slightly famous? Why did he do this on live? Go ahead and drop in the chat what you guys think. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and drop in the comment section what you guys think. All right, so let's hop over to this article. Slight blind react, but also slight, let me see here. My editor said she's having a problem with editing my stuff when I make myself super tiny, but then that's really tiny for you guys. I don't know. Oh, no. That's really tiny for you guys. So can I make this bigger? Boss Attorney Bri, remove from stream, full screen layout. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to just have to do it like this. All right. Trying to figure out StreamYard while live. Welcome to Bri's chat. Shakira's going to trial in a Spanish tax evasion case. The Colombian singer faces up to 8 years in prison and a hefty fine after rejecting a plea deal offered by Spanish prosecutors. So what is going here? They're saying she didn't pay her taxes. Shakira, you got to shake them taxes into the government. But she has reasons why she did not pay her taxes. So let's see if we can figure some things out from this article. Despite receiving a plea deal offer to settle allegations of tax evasions, Shakira has told a Spanish investigating judge that she wants to go to trial, affirming her innocence in the face of a tax evasion inquiry that has clouded the performer for over 4 years. So this has been going on for 4 years, and this is my first time hearing about it just these recent weeks. So they've been keeping it pretty, I mean, maybe not keeping it on the hush hush because it's the Spanish government. So why would we be all in their business and their taxes, right? But I haven't heard of this. Have you guys heard of this before this past week? I definitely haven't. So let's see what else they got going on. The singer, best known for her crossover English hits like Whenever, Hips Don't Lie, and She Wolf, and a prolific Spanish language discography recorded across 3 decades, has been under investigation by Spanish tax authorities since her name appeared in the Paradise Papers in 2017. Prosecutors have alleged that she claimed residence in the Bahamas while living in Spain from 2012 to 2014. So that's not good. We got to pay our taxes, y'all. So they're basically claiming that she claimed she lived in the Bahamas when she was actually living in Spain during 2012, 2014. And if, as alleged, she was living in Spain, she would have needed to pay her taxes to Spain. So what do you guys think so far? Do you think she was defrauding the government? Something is in my teeth. That is not, it feels like something's in my teeth. Let's see. I'm gonna do my camera so y'all don't have to see me figure out what's going on with my teeth, because I was eating a banana. I hope it's gone. Let's see. Where are we at? In 2021, A Spanish judge found evidence of criminality, allowing the case to proceed to trial. Repeated attempts by the pop star to have the case dismissed has failed. Prosecutors offered her a deal back in 2021, but she turned it down, alleging that they were uncompromising, and applied improper methods to pressure her into accepting a deal. After months of failed negotiations, she opted for a jury trial, asserting that the truth will prevail. She trusts her innocence and chooses to leave the issue in the hands of the law, her PR firm made in their statement. Let's see what else. Shakira isn't the first Spanish celebrity to find herself in hot water with the Spanish tax authorities. Over the last 2 decades, many Spanish singers and actors have found themselves embroiled in financial crimes investigations initiated by zealous prosecutors. All right, they go on to talk about some other people. They talk about the Spain royal family. Shakira's decision to go to trial rather than take a settlement or deal has also upped the stakes. Prosecutors are now seeking 8 years in prison against the singer, as well as 23 million euro fine, in addition to, of course, to the amount she allegedly failed to pay. Like in the United States, pursuing a jury trial, despite it being a constitutional right in Spain, often punishes Spanish defendants by increasing possible sanctions against them. So basically, if she's found to be guilty, she may have to pay a little bit more. I think what she's on the line for is like 20 or 14,000. Not 14,000, 14. What is it? How much is she on the line for tax evasion? I forgot. I want to say it's 14 million. Okay, here we go. Nope, that was somebody else. I want to say it's 14 million that she's on the line for. And then if she loses her case, she could be on the line for 23 plus the 14 million that she's already on the line for. So, what do you guys think about that so far? Do you think Shakira is guilty? Do you think she's gonna have to owe? All right, we have 7-Star becoming a new member. Welcome to the channel membership. We definitely appreciate the support over here on the Bri Hive. And guys, remember, if you're not a member, once we get to 25 members, we're gonna have a special members live stream. So that helps out the channel if you become a member, and it also helps out the members because then they can do a live stream here on YouTube on Zoom. Okay. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, 7-Star. We definitely appreciate it over here. Super excited. We got 2 new members on this stream. And that is making me feel very happy because it supports the stream. You get special emojis. You get to show off that you're a member and you're loyal to the Bri Hive. And it's super special because, like I said, it's been a very tough week for me, even though it's only Tuesday, and it's probably only going to get worse as we approach Friday. So seeing new members, seeing you guys show up to my lives always makes me feel so much better. Even though I'm tired, it makes it so worth it to put in this effort to bring these cases to you guys. And so we have Ann Kirk saying no, that you haven't heard of the case. Lady Autumn Sky says yes, or that she's guilty. I don't know where we're at right now in the chat. We have Tanya D saying can't complain. I think you guys are having a convo down there. Hello Swanky says welcome to the Bri Hive, 7-Star. Hope your week is going well so far. Yes, exactly. Our 2 new members. Debbie Moncrief says I just saw the headlines about Shakira. Yes, a lot going on in there. Everyone saying stay safe to Deacon Fatal. Hello Swanky says stay safe. Tanya also welcomes Sin Sambar. Am I saying it wrong? Am I saying it different every time I say it? I'm not good at the names here. Deacon Fatal says, as long as the power doesn't go again, we are doing well down here. Good. Sounds good to me. Debbie Moncrief said, was the banana appealing? It was good, but now I'm like, I don't even know if it's banana at this point, because why would it be sticking to my teeth like that? I don't like that. Hello, Swanky. Oh, corrected the spelling, because I'm like, am I saying it wrong? But yeah, the banana was great. Okay, y'all having a conversation about the flood, Okay, Lady Autumn Sky says, IDK, she is going through a divorce from a citizen of Spain, I think a soccer player. I thought they were just in a long-term relationship. I never really kept up with her like that. You know, I've listened to those songs, but those songs are very old. I haven't kept up with her like that. But the articles that I saw, it said a long-term relationship. So I don't know if they were actually married or not, but for sure, if you have more information on that, Lady Autumn Sky, let us know. Tanya D says, I'm not really sure if she's guilty. I'm hoping that we can get the papers, and I'm hoping that they're not in Spanish, but being that it's a Spanish case, it's probably going to be in Spanish. So we're not going to be able to go through the papers unless somebody translates it for us. Deacon Fatal says to Hella Swanky, so far so good. Did learn I need to step up my emergency management stuff. I learned a very long time. Yeah, I know this is off topic from the actual stream, but I always think about having like a little safety plan, but I've never put one together, but I probably should. But I don't know where I'm at in California doesn't really have too many natural disasters. I mean, I guess other than fires. But I don't know if I'm even that close to the fires. But yeah, get your safety things in order. Deacon Fatal says, I don't know if I know enough about Shakira to say anything about the case. I think it's hard for people that like move around a lot because you don't know like who you should be paying taxes to. So if you're living in Spain but part-time in Bahamas, it's really hard to determine where you should be paying taxes. So I could feel her pain. And if she can prove she was in the Bahamas living there, then kudos to her. Deacon Fatal says, oh, that's new info. Hello Swanky says, oh nah, I was just trying to make sure Sebansar saw the welcome message from Tanya D because there's a typo, the person doesn't get tagged. Oh, okay. And Sebansar is gonna tell me how to pronounce it. We have pronounce say Bensar, but I know who you mean no matter how you say it. That's a good way to take it. And I have on a dress right now, but it's not all the way. I'm having difficulties today. So many difficulties today. All right. So we have Say Bensar, and I would try to remember that, but you know, my brain gets mushed. Thank you to Swanky. Deacon Fatal says, I can hear her doing it accident kind of. I'm thinking it's more of an accident. I don't think it's that she did it on purpose. Based off of what I can see right now, I don't know how the Spanish government works, but I hope that she can I hope she doesn't go to jail for 8 years. She's not young anymore. She doesn't need to go to jail. Not that young people need to go to jail, but can't be putting Shakira in jail. That's not right. That's not right. Especially if she has the money to pay it, because she put what you call it? I cannot think right now. She put the money up in bond, basically, so showing that she actually has the money to pay what she would owe if she did owe it. So it's not like she's trying to avoid it. She just doesn't think she's liable for it, which makes sense. Defend yourself. She has the right to defend herself. Hella Swanky says to Deacon Fatal, yeah, that's really smart. Started doing that after living in New Orleans. When Hurricane Katrina hit, safety plans are really wise. Exactly. They are. I need one, but I don't know which one I need. Tiny D says, your dress looks like sunflowers, Bri. I don't know if they're sunflowers, but they remind me of those. They remind me of those flowers from SpongeBob, the ones that are in the sky, but I don't think they're sunflowers. But it's yellow. It's yellow for the Bri hive. Hello Swanky, or Deacon Fatal says to Hello Swanky, I got lazy with it, which is always a bad decision. We're talking about the safeties. Milo's mom says, are they harassing her? I don't know if they're harassing her as far as harassing Shakira, but they are going to trial and she's being threatened with 8 years of prison time, which, because tax evasion is a criminal thing, so that's why she would be having prison time. And she would also have to pay the fine. So I don't know if that's considered harassing, but she would be liable for those things. we have my sister saying your hair is cute. Thank you. I just did it over the weekend and I seen other people doing it. So, you had to try it out. But thank you so much, Lee. Welcome to the live stream. Lady Autumn Sky says, I love Shakira. From what I remember, Shakira had a child and then they purchased a family home in Spain. Yeah, so I think they have 2 kids now. And they probably do have a house in Spain. I wouldn't be surprised because the husband or the boyfriend or husband or whoever he is, he plays soccer for Barcelona. So I mean, Barcelona isn't. I think it is. I'm not good at geography, so I'm gonna be quiet on that note about where Barcelona is. But I believe it is in Spain. I think I'm right about that. Ella Swanky says to Deacon Fatal. Okay, you guys are talking about the safety plan. We're gonna try to stay on track on this stream today. So I'm gonna go away from the safety plan. But Deacon Fatal, I do hope that you guys stay safe out there with the flood, and hopefully it doesn't get too bad for you. Now, we have covered Shakira. She is on the line for 8 years in prison for some tax evasion, alleged tax evasion. We really hope that it goes well for Shakira. She's not one of these celebrities that we have been covering that are not the best of our friends, but we are rooting for you, Shakira. I hope that you can get this thing sorted out and you can prove your innocence. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and address these these comments because you guys are gonna get on me for the geography. Kath says it's Spain. Barcelona is in Spain. Okay. Tanya D says little Lee live. Lily also corrects me and say Barcelona is in Spain. Thank you. Hella Swanky says Barcelona is in Spain. Everyone telling me it's in Spain. All right, okay. I'm gonna say I got it right. Without any Google searching. Everybody confirming. Amanda Coel says, sorry to be late. Yes, Barcelona is in Spain. It is such a beautiful city. It does sound like a beautiful place to go. I want to travel so much. So I need something in my life to take off until I can be financially free. But welcome to the live stream, Amanda. Nice to see you here again. Z Seltzer saying late again, but that's okay. At least you made it to the party. We are here and we are here live and you made it to the party. Jane Stoddart says, wouldn't she have accountants, business people who could take care of those things? Yeah, the issue is if they thought she didn't live in Spain and they didn't pay the taxes, then they missed that one. They paid it to the Bahamas, apparently. So those people should be taking care of those things. But at the same time, she is also responsible for running her team correctly to make sure that her bills are paid, right? And we don't know if she actually has one, but if she does, they would be responsible for that. Deacon Fatal says, you're right on time, Z Seltzer, for sure. Hella Swinky says, yeah, please don't feel obligated to read our side conversations. We're just checking in and catching up with each other. Yes, no problem. That's my problem. I see chats and I'm like, I want to read it. And it's like, it has nothing to do with you. Stop being nosy. Tiny D says, you're right on time, Z Seltzer. Hello Swinky says, you're deaf not late. No such thing, really. Glad you made it. Exactly. And there's always a replay. We're just happy that you're here joining us, being friends. And guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the thumbs up button to help us out in the algorithm. We need some more friends over here in the Bri Hive. We love the current, what do you call a nest? You call it a nest for a swarm of bees, I guess. We love the swarm of bees that we already have, but we can always invite new friends in. We're going to go with that. Jalila, my sister, Lily, says they went to Barcelona and Cheetah Girls too. Thanks, Lee. They did go to Barcelona there. Amanda says you can live stream in Barcelona. I could live stream in Barcelona and then it will be a tax write-off, but let's not get in trouble like Shakira. We're going to actually need to be doing some other stuff. We're going to have to do a couple of live streams in order to write this trip off. We might have to go on some tours and live stream some tours or something of that nature. And yeah, because we don't want tax evasion when we're writing off stuff in our businesses, right? Kat says, sorry, I was a little late, but did they suggest that Shakira can settle this quietly? They have already been trying to settle it for about 4 years now, and she's just going to take her chances going to trial because the offers that they are giving her are not fair for what she's saying. They're probably trying to make her basically plead like no contest or that she is guilty, but she'll pay a certain amount. And she probably does not want to say that she's guilty because she doesn't think that she's guilty. That's what I would assume that the deal has been. But she's saying no, she doesn't want to take the deal. So she wants to go to a jury of her peers. I have to read this. Tony says, stop being nosy. I can't help it. I want to know what y'all are talking about. Miss S. Gent says, a good team of CPA makes proven intent much harder. The big question is her residency. Yes, exactly. Her residency. If she can prove she was in Barcelona, then I think she has a good chance of winning. But I am also not a tax lawyer. So don't take what I'm saying to heart. Jane says, Bree, this is your chat. You read all you want. But I don't have to read them out loud. Hello, Swanky says, speaking of, don't forget to do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, notifications on. To become a member, hit the join button on the desktop or any Android device. Yes, exactly. The pitch that I needed to help me out in this live stream. Thank you so much, Hello Swanky, a new member of the channel and a moderator of the channel. Thank you so much for supporting. Deacon Fatal says, you keep trying to make me think. I'm sorry. That's what we're here for. We're here for learning and talking mess about the legal things going on. Deacon Fatal says 4 years, question mark. Yeah, they've been trying to figure this thing out for 4 years. They're talking about taxes from 2012 to 2014. So yeah, a long time, a long time. The Bahamas part sounds like evasion. Well, she's saying that she was living there. So that's the part that she's going to have to prove. Mr. CKB says, well, good luck with the whole jury of our peers. Exactly. And she's Colombian. So is she actually from Colombia or is she like born here and then Colombian? I don't know. I don't know where she was born. Tiny D says 4 years seems like a long time. It is a long time. That is a long time to be trying to figure something out. And then to go to trial on things from it's 2022, from 2012. So for tax years, I don't know how Spain taxes work. You're probably looking at, I guess it should be like 2013. But 2012, 2011 records, yeah, you got a lot of stuff to bring forward. All right. Enough with Shakira. I thought we were done with Shakira and then more comments came in about Shakira, but that's okay. We're going to get into our pastor. This pastor. Let me know if you guys have heard about this pastor. We're going to go ahead and play the video. Hopefully I don't get a strike, but my channel is not that lucky. But we're going to be commenting on this video. This pastor basically was live streaming his church service and some people came in to rob him, but the robbery just looks so sketchy. It looks so sketchy. So I'm going to show it to you guys for those of you who have not seen it yet. And let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and drop comments in the comments or in the chat as we watch. And then I will try to get to some of them as we go on. So let me, I don't want to be tiny though. We'll see how I can figure this thing. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. That's too tiny for you guys, right? And then I'm tiny now, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Can I make this big? Okay, here we go. We got the New York bishop robbed of over $1 million worth of jewelry during a live stream. Why are you wearing $1 million of jewelry at church, pastor? Where are you getting this money from? Okay, enough with my nonsense. Here we go. Let me get the play button. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear that? It's really low right now. But can you guys hear that? Let me know if you can hear it. It's not very good sound quality. But let me know if you guys can hear it. Here we go. So here comes the robbers in for this guy. You see this guy sitting over in the corner just doing nothing. I think they said that's his son. Look how slow the robbers are going. And mind you, there's a whole... Look at this guy. He's so calm.
They took my watch, took my jewelry, took my bishop's ring, and then they took my bishop's cross, and he ripped my collar off.
Do you see how he went after him afterwards? Like, the movement is so slow. I don't know, like, what they're doing. Why was this guy so calm? This is a whole congregation of people, and they only went after the bishop and his $1 million worth of jewelry during his live stream. He goes on to explain what's happening. Do you guys believe him? I don't know. Miller Whitehead is known for his extravagant lifestyle. Shortly after the robbery, he took to Instagram.
I know a lot of people going to say, "Oh, well, why are you so flashy?" It's not about me being flashy. It's about me purchasing what I want to purchase, and it's my prerogative to purchase what I want to purchase. If I work hard for it, I can purchase what I want to purchase.
Yeah, I don't know. So from what we can see from that robbery, what do you guys think? It looked sketchy to me. Could you guys hear what he was saying? I'm gonna play it again to kind of see. I think I might have it on fast forward. Let me see. Oh no, it's on normal speed. Okay. So does he look scared to you guys? He just looks too calm for me. Like, why is he sitting there like that? And then, like, these people.
When I laid down on the floor.
Yeah, so that was his robbery. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think it's sketchy or do you think it's real? It seemed a little bit sketchy to me. That's my opinion of the situation. Why was the robbers moving so slow? Why did they only rob him? He wants to talk about him being flashy or whatever because he can buy whatever he wants. But my guy, where are you getting this money from? I'm not sure where he's getting this money from. I see some chat saying that you guys cannot hear, but could you hear when he was talking? I'm not quite sure. So let's see what the chat had to say about that situation. Amanda says, "Oh, the video of the pastor was hilarious. Watch the guy sitting in the corner. He's just like that's literally what he's doing. Sitting there, he didn't put his hands up. He's just like, 'What's up, Fred? What y'all doing?'" y'all make sure y'all get the ring too. That's what he looks like. And then the pastor, apparently he walked outside, that brisk walk that you guys saw him do. And he apparently, if I remember correctly, claimed that he could see the guys in the car taking off their clothes. Like, why would you take off your clothes in the parking lot of the church? It's just not making sense. Okay. Fat Baby Toodles, what a name. Welcome to the live stream, saying that was a setup in my opinion. Not looking good in my opinion either. Sketchy is an understatement to what happened with old boy. Yeah, and it was so slow. It was just so slow, and you have like a congregation full of people. You telling me you couldn't beat those people up, and it didn't look like they had any weapons. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Deacon Fatal says, "Okay, there is someone on TikTok, named Nerd Pink Panda that is coming with the receipts." Yeah, there has been a couple of people analyzing it. I don't know if I've seen Nerd Pink Panda, which is also an awesome name. Jalila Lily says, "Where he get that money? From church. I don't know what else he does on the side, but we have another case about him coming up. So I'm going to assume that he is getting the money from church because he is being sued for stealing somebody's money from their retirement. So let me get this thing out of here. What's going on? Boom. Okay. So I'm going to say, allegedly, in my opinion, he's probably taking money from his congregation, and that's why they didn't help him. Maybe they were stealing their money back. Maybe they stealing their own money back. That Baby Toodle says, "My point exactly." Tiny D said you couldn't hear. Let me know if you guys could have heard what he was saying. I know the actual movement of the video wasn't really good. But I'm hoping that you guys could hear what he said. He was basically like, people are going to come at me for saying, why am I so flashy? You're a pastor. Why are you so flashy? And where are you getting the money? Jane says, I think any pastor that even owns 1 million in jewelry should be robbed since he most likely robbed people to get his lavish life. I don't see any falsities there. Deacon Fatal says it's very low as far as the volume. I'm sorry, guys. That's just how it was on there. All the other ones, they had a lot of talking over. It was like news channels, so I didn't want to use those ones. Amanda says he originally set up his ministry as a for-profit entity. That is not how churches are supposed to work, but obviously he's still using, not obviously, allegedly he's still using it as for profit. Okay, Deacon Feta says to Amanda, that is a huge red flag for me. Yeah, setting up your church as a for-profit, not okay. Lee says they aren't even covering their faces. Were they not? Let me see. I didn't even notice that. Let's see. Were they not covering their faces? Let's see. It's so slow. I'm just trying to see if they're covering their faces. A little bit. They covered their faces a little bit. And they don't got on no gloves, nothing. My boy is so chill. Like, I cannot get over how chill he is. I can't get over how chill he is. Okay. So they kind of covered they had on the hoods and then like the little ski mask up to here, but you can see their eyes. Cal says sketchy even without the audio. Right. It's just sketchy, right? Debbie says, it looks a little sketchy to me. Lady Autumn says, Deacon in the back just sitting there. Like, what are y'all doing? Jane says insurance fraud. Possibly. We may be looking at more fraud here. Amanda says to Deacon, yep, that means you don't want the oversight that 501c3s get to keep their tax exempt status, the reports we have to write. Yes, exactly. Lee says very sketchy. Tanya says the way he was looking directly at these guys when he said what's about to happen looked sus. Like he was waiting for them to come in. And yeah, I've seen some TikToks where it like looks like someone adjusted the camera so he's like perfectly off screen. That wasn't the full video. I couldn't find it fast enough, so this is the one that we used. Mr. CKB says, I was just waiting for someone to say and cut while clasping the clapperboard. Yes, exactly. And some, like I said, some of the TikTok breakdowns, you see the camera actually, it was on him and then it kind of slightly moved twice to the side, but it didn't look like, okay, someone bumped the camera. So TikTok got a lot of receipts there. Fat Baby Toodles, that name, says, nope, don't believe him at all. Was either an insurance scam or maybe the lady he robbed off 90,000 has some connections. She's going to get her money back, right? Deacon Fatal says, however, he doesn't seem that worried. No, he didn't look scared. The guy in the back definitely didn't look scared. He looked like this happened every day. He looked like it happened every day. Lee says, why he get on the floor? I would run if I had that much jewelry. And the people were like coming from the side. Like he could have ran. And I didn't see any weapons. Let me know if you guys saw some weapons. I didn't see any weapons. Deacon Fatal says, I guess the sketchy part is that it's on a main street. It's on live stream. So he's trying to prove that these things was taken, but at the same time, the camera was adjusted just right so that you couldn't see what was taken or if he was handing it to the people or anything. So I don't know. I don't believe him. Maybe I'm just a skeptical person. I feel like I don't believe anybody that brings their cases. I don't believe anyone. Deacon Fatal said, okay. Amanda says, well, the guy in the corner just sitting there staring at the robbers coming in and out. Like if they are there with guns, why are you staring at the robbers? Right. Like you're going to get some type of super good description of them. Jane says he is being sued separately for taking $90,000 from a parishioner that he said he was going to help get a house. Yep, that's what we're covering next. Lady Autumn Sky says he is sitting there like it's a dinner show. robber mystery show where you got to figure out who the robber is. Then the show complete with standing up at the end of the performance. Exactly. Deacon Fatal says that too. Deacon Fatal says, I guess he met with the robbers too. Possibly. I don't know what's going on, but it definitely seems sketch if you ask me. Hello Swanky says, we talking about the pastor that got robbed, had a dip away for a sec. Yeah, well, apparently he was chasing them, if that's what you're talking about. Lady Autumn says, I saw a gun pointed at the bishop's bum as the guy is taking off the bishop chain. Oh, did you? Let me see. My thing is, I don't even believe it's a real gun at this point. And this video is edited, so it's not the full one. I don't. Oh, maybe he does, but he definitely doesn't have anything. I can't get over the guy in the back. I just can't get over him. Why is he sitting there so stiff? Oh my gosh. Fat Baby Toodle says, I agree with Jane on that. Okay, and then we have Deacon Fatal saying, okay, let me go back to this timeline because the price changed from 400K to 1 million. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. So that would be interesting for sure. Hello Swinky says, dude is super homophobic, even dropped the F slur unapologetically during a live about the robbery. So no sympathy for that man. I just think it wasn't put together quite well. I didn't have sympathy for him before I even saw that comment. So yeah, this guy is something else. Amanda says, I don't think I am that chill. Even just watching TV, the guy in the corner looked relaxed, like he knew them. That's how it's coming off to me. All right. A lot of comments. Let's see. Who have I not got to yet? Let's see. Mr. CKB says, yeah, at least one of the robbers was holding a gun, if it was a gun, right? Hella Slinky says, I actually appreciate him not registering as a nonprofit. Like, at least he was honest about that. He knows what his goals are. To make money off of church folk, that's not good. We got to do better. Amanda says, guess the budget for this little production was only never a prop gun. I guess so. I wouldn't be surprised. He spent all the money on the chains, right? Because he can buy whatever he wants, just not proper robbers, right? That Baby Toodle says, dude in the back just needs some popcorn. Right. He's like sitting to the side, like, like, what's going on? Mr. CKB says, dude in the back over there eating pistachios. He was having a great time. That's all I'm gonna say. He was not fazed at all. He has seen this before. Maybe this church is in the hood and they get robbed every other week. Or maybe he knew the guys. Maybe he's the one that hired the guys, allegedly. I don't know. But it doesn't look too good for them. I don't know if they're gonna win on whatever insurance claim they're probably gonna try to call up. It was very slow. It was so slow. Okay. And we have Tiny D saying the guys were his friend. #Fred. Maybe it don't seem like they did not know them. They might have been allegedly, in my opinion, they could have been a part of the church, right? I wouldn't be surprised. Little Tom and friends. Okay. Now, not only does this guy, oh guys, I've been forgetting to do the bookmark thingy. One day I'm gonna hire someone to do the timestamps for me once YouTube starts paying me more dollars. Okay. What do we have here? This guy is also being sued by a woman, and we're going to kind of look at some of the allegations. This is a pretty short complaint, so we may be able to go through quite a bit of it, but we're mainly going to be looking at the facts of what's going on here. So this same pastor was sued September last year, for basically defrauding someone out of their retirement funds. And so let's see what's going on there. Let me know if you guys heard about this case. I know some of you already have, but let me know again if you have heard about the case. So let's pop over here. And so we are going to make this one a little smaller. I'll try to zoom in just for my repurposing purposes. All right, so hopefully this is a little visible for you. I know it's smaller than usual, but try to work with me here, guys. Okay, so we have plaintiff Pauline Anderson by her attorneys respectfully alleges against defendant Lamore Whitehead and his company. Here we go again, guys. Nonprofit, not a nonprofit. Lamore Whitehead Inc. as follows. The parties, plaintiff Pauline Anderson is and was at all material times a United States citizen residing in New York at this address. Oh, girl, you put your address out there. Hold on, let me get her off screen. Upon information and belief, defendant Mr. Whitehead is and was at all material times a United States citizen who resides upon information and belief. They didn't put his address out there as well, so let me go and scroll past that. I know people can pause it, but whatever. He also resides in New Jersey. And then the company is a corporation of New York with its principal place of business in New Jersey. Okay, they give us the jurisdiction and venue, and then we get on to the facts of the case. Hello, honey. Welcome back. All right. So let's get into the facts of the case. Miss Anderson began attending church at Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches on or about January 2020. So she has not known this man for very long before this case arose. What is that, like a year and a half, maybe? Upon information and belief, Mr. Whitehead is and at all times represented himself to be a bishop, as we just saw, of the church. Mr. Whitehead was also an aspiring candidate to political office, having ran in the 2021 Democratic primary office for Brooklyn Borough President. Okay, he's trying to be a politician as well as a bishop. On or about April 2020, Mr. Whitehead was personally introduced by phone to Miss Anderson by her son, Rashid Anderson. Miss Anderson was recovering from life-threatening surgery, and Mr. Whitehead offered to join her on the phone call to pray for her health. So he's praying for this lady. What's going to happen after the prayers? Mr. Whitehead had previously assisted Rashid in securing housing for him personally. So her son is the one that brought this bishop into her life because the bishop helped him get a home. So he wanted the bishop to help his mom also get a home. Okay, guys, like I said, I'm blind reacting to this as well. I haven't read this. I only briefly looked at it to make sure it was legit, okay? All right, let's see. Accordingly, and due to his position of trust within the church, Rashid arranged a further call with Mr. Whitehead and Miss Anderson on or about July 15, 2020, because she was seeking to purchase a home. On the call, Mr. Whitehead represented himself as a party who could assist Miss Anderson in doing so by offering advice on how to improve her credit score for secure, favorable mortgage terms and assisting in locating suitable properties from which she could choose to purchase. Okay, first of all, does he have the proper qualifications to be teaching people how to repair their credit and how to fix their credit? And two, is he a real estate agent too? And a bishop and a political candidate? What's going on here? How are you going to teach someone how to fix their credit and you supposed to be running the church? I don't know. On or about July 22nd, 2020, Mr. Whitehead joined Miss Anderson and Rashid on a phone call with a representative of Transamerica, a lending institution. What? In which Mr. Anderson maintained an individual retirement account containing her life savings. On that call, Mr. Whitehead directed Miss Anderson and the Transamerica representative to move in $100,000 from her IRA into Miss Anderson's personal checking account. That does not sound good so far. Okay, so I don't go to church. I'm not very religious. Is this normal to allow your pastor to be that deep into your financial situation? I would say no. I would not be on the phone with a bank with a bishop that wears $1 million worth of jewelry. Now, there may be some trustworthy pastors out there, but this guy, oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe he's trying to, it could be that the robbery was so that, let me not say that. I'm not trying to get somebody to come after me for defamation. Mr. Whitehead did this for the purpose of perpetrating the fraud and conversion that will be set forth further below in detail. On or about July 27, 2020, Miss Anderson was introduced by Mr. Whitehead in a telephone call with an associate of his who identified himself as Mark Kaplan, a mortgage loan officer with Crown Home Mortgage. He introduced her to his mortgage company. On the phone call with Mr. Whitehead and Mr. Kaplan, Miss Anderson was told that based on her low credit score, it would be difficult to obtain financing for a house. On or about October 14, 2020, Miss Anderson was introduced to Mr. Whitehead in a telephone call with another associate of his who he identified as Sean Carter, the vice president of the Federal Savings Bank. On the phone called with Mr. Whitehead and Mr. Carson, Miss Anderson was told that because of her having a co-signed on one of her children's school loans, which was in arrears, she was unlikely to be able to secure financing for a house in the immediate future. So basically saying that she cannot get a home because of her credit score. Oh, where we go? Between October and November 2020, so less than a year of knowing this pastor, Mr. Whitehead called Miss Anderson and indicated that because Mr. Kaplan and Mr. Carson had advised that she would have difficulty obtaining finances, he wanted to present an alternative proposal to secure housing for her. Mr. Whitehead proposed that Miss Anderson should invest her money into his company, Defendant LWI, and offered to use the money to purchase a home for her. How is that an investment? Can someone please tell me how that is an investment? How about you give me $100,000 and then I'll buy a house for you through my company. So my company is going to own your house. That's not an investment. That's not an investment. Okay, back to the things. Okay. Where were we at? To make any needs. Okay. Defendant LWI and offered to use the money to purchase a home for her to make any needed repairs to the property so that it would be habitable for Miss Anderson, and then return any unused portion of the investment. How is that an investment? Why didn't she just buy her own $100,000 house? That don't make sense. Because if he can return the portion to her, that means that the house is going to be less than $100,000, right? Right? That's my thought. When Miss Anderson expressed reservations because she had no income with which to support herself, Mr. Whitehead offered to provide her with $100. I'll give you $100,000 and you give me $100 per month to live off of until the purchase and renovation of the property was complete. Why does she not just use her $100,000? How does this sound like a good deal? I'm sorry. On or about November 30th, 2020, after speaking further with Mr. Whitehead, Miss Anderson agreed to Mr. Whitehead's proposal and withdrew $90,000 from her checking account payable to Lamore Whitehead Inc. in a cashier's check, which he accepted and upon information and belief deposited into his bank account. A copy of the cashier's check is attached here too. Neither LWI nor Mr. Whitehead provided plaintiff with a receipt, written agreement, or a contract, or any other documentation evidencing the payment. Do not give someone a large amount of money without signing a contract and without reading the contract and having that contract reviewed by an attorney. Do not do this, guys. Do not do this. But $100 in exchange for $100,000, she was better off just using her retirement money to pay to live. I don't know how old this lady is, but she has a son that is an adult, old enough to have his own house. So I would like to know how old she is. To pull $100,000 out of a retirement account, I would only imagine that she's elderly. If you guys know, go ahead and drop it into the chat if you know if she's elderly or if she's middle age, or I don't think she's young, but she has to be middle age or elderly. So no contract, no documentation, all of the things, right? However, in text messages between Mr. Whitehead and Miss Anderson that occurred on or about May 14th, 2021 and May 17th, he admits to the nature of her original payment to him as an investment and that monthly payments were indeed owed to her. Why would you trade $100 a month for $90,000? What does that end up being, like $1,200 a year? I'm confused. Maybe I should have read this before I got on here because now I'm confused. Oh, okay. And monthly payments are indeed owed to her, along with a balloon payment of the entire amount, which he claims was repayable to her after 1 year. Copies of the text messages are attached. We have on or about January 3rd, 2021, LWI made its first and only payment of $100. So she has invested $89,900 into this company because he has already returned $100. Or does the $100 come out of the $90,000? Where is he? This is not making sense to me. What? This is not making sense to me. Okay. On or about, I'll talk about it when I get to the chats, but this is not making sense. Why would you trade $100? No shame to her, but why would you trade $100 or $90,000 for $100 a month? You could have just gave him like $85,000 and lived off of $100 a month. And apparently she kept $10,000 already because remember initially she transferred $100,000 but only paid him $90,000. So she had $10,000 in a bank account. So if she could live off of $100 a month, what is his purpose of paying her $100 a month? Is it coming out of the $90,000? What was the deal here? I'm confused about the deal. Okay. On or about January 21st, 2021, Miss Anderson contacted Mr. Whitehead to inquire as to the status of the purchase of the house for her. Mr. Whitehead indicated that he did not have an update for her as he was busy with his personal political campaign. His personal political campaign for the Brooklyn Borough president. Did she donate to his campaign? Is this what's going on here? Between January 2021 and May 2021, Ms. Anderson contacted Mr. Whitehead on numerous occasions to inquire as to the purchase for her house and was told on every occasion that he was too busy with his campaign. You too busy, but you got my $90,000. Sips tea, but it's really water. On or about May 19, 2021, Ms. Anderson texted Mr. Whitehead to again inquire as to the status of the purchase of the house for her. On that date, Mr. Whitehead responded by text indicating that he had treated the money paid to him not as an investment, but as a campaign donation. As a campaign donation. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's where I figured it was going. And it went there. It went there. Okay. Which he was under no obligation to repay. And this is why you don't give money to people without a contract and a lawyer to go over your contract. No obligation to repay. However, he did do consideration to repay because he did give her $100 as repayment, which she was entitled to under the original contract. So I don't know if he's going to win here, buddy. All right. On or about July 14th, 2021, Mr. Whitehead, why can I not say this word? Erroneously. Is that how you say erroneously? I don't know. But it was an error. Emailed Rashid a contract of sale for a property in Saddle River, New Jersey. The contract was for the purchase of a property by LWI as purchaser located at 14 Christopher Place. The sale price was $4.4 million with a scheduled closing date of August 11th, 2021. A copy of the contract is attached. So he bought a $4 million house with her investment of $90,000 that this is stressing me out because he stole this lady money, allegedly. He done stole this lady's money, allegedly, and he bought a $4.4 million house. Then he had the nerve to get on this internet and say people were asking why he was so flashy, and that's how he ended up getting robbed. But it's his money. He can buy whatever he wants. When that's not even the truth, because you didn't took this lady's $90,000 to buy you a house for $4.4 million. The house was supposed to be, from my understanding, the house was supposed to be for this lady to live in. And you bought a $4.4 million house and told her that you were going to give her the remaining money. And also you were going to use the $90,000 to make renovation. What kind of $4.4 million house needs renovations? Please let me know. Maybe it's not a better, I don't know what the real estate market is in New Jersey, so maybe it's not like a huge house, because I am thinking of a mansion right now. I'm not thinking of a little rundown house that you do renovations to and you allow somebody to, and then you can return the money. It's definitely not $100,000. I don't think you can even buy a property in New Jersey for $100,000. That really just pissed me off. $4.4 million house he bought with her $90,000 down payment, which was probably not very much. So he probably has some money from some other people too. I can't. Let's see what was going on here. Okay, $4.4 million house. That just made me mad. Okay, and she's going to describe the house for us. The premises is a large palatial estate. This is not a house. This is an estate, which means you have a whole bunch of grass. This is what I imagine. Let me describe to you what I imagine an estate being. I'm imagining a house. It's a mansion. It's by itself. It's gated. You have a long driveway up to the front. And you know what? Actually, we're going to look up this house in just a moment when we're done with this to see what it actually looks like. But when I see estate, that's what I'm imagining. Something huge and luxurious, which it says luxury amenities, which you probably don't really need to renovate a $4.4 million house. Okay. The premises is large palatial estate with an in-ground pool with a waterfall, outdoors. I can't even get through this. Outdoor fountains, hot tub, gym, wine cellar, among other luxury amenities. It is located in the upper class neighborhood of Saddle River, New Jersey, one of the highest per capita income markets in the country. A copy of the marketing photographs of the premises of the website is affixed here. I don't think I have the exhibits here. Upon information and belief, on or about August 13th, 2021, the closing of the contract occurred, and upon further information and belief, LWI and Mr. Whitehead took ownership and possession of the premises. Mr. Whitehead fraudulently induced Ms. Anderson to liquidate her entire life savings to pay him the investment of $90,000, promising to use the funds to purchase and renovate a house for her. For her, not for him. Ms. Anderson had materially relied upon the representation of Mr. Whitehead, the bishop of the church, that he would invest the funds in a home on her behalf because he was a supposed man of the cloth and had previously helped her son secure housing for himself. Upon information and belief, LWI and Mr. Whitehead fraudulently converted Ms. Anderson's investment of $90,000 as part of his own down payment, his own down payment, on the contract to purchase the premise as a personal residence for Mr. Whitehead himself. Miss Anderson was instead left with nothing but a vague promise by Mr. Whitehead to pay the funds back in the future, followed by an assertion that he had no further obligation to do so. Oh, here we have a link here. Can I click on this? Oh, cancel. Let's see. Open link in new tab. This is the house, y'all. Let me make this bigger. This is the house. Look at this. This thing is huge. They're not going to give us any other pictures because it's off the market, but let's see if we... Nope. Okay, whatever. This is the house. This is an estate. Like I said, a long driveway, big mansion, big gate. Did I not say all of those things? That's what I imagine an estate to be. This is an estate. It last sold for $4.1 million. She said 4.4, which probably means that maybe he did do some renovations. But yeah, this is the house. Are you guys serious? I'm very upset, if you guys can't tell. Okay, we have, as for the first cause of action, they are alleging fraudulent misrepresentation against all the defendants. They are also, I'm not going to read everything because it's going to kind of repeat it. Conversion against all defendants. Basically, they took her money and bought a house for him with it. Breach of contract against all defendants. She's gonna have to prove that contract, though. She's definitely gonna have to prove the contract. Those text messages should benefit her a little bit. And the fact that he paid her $100 should benefit her as well. Unjust enrichment against all defendants. They basically got rich off of taking her $90,000. He was able to buy a house, and then he said it was a part of his campaign funds. What this guy is not... No, they need to revoke his bishop license, if you even need a bishop license. They need to take everything from him. Constructive trust against all defendants. She basically wants the court to put whatever money into a constructive trust for them to give to her when she wins. And then let's see what we have here. This is the judgment that she is seeking against them. On the first cause of action for actual damages and the amount to be determined at trial, but not less than $90,000 for punitive damages and the amount to be determined at trial, but not less than $1 million. So she is seeking more. She is seeking her $90,000, and then she's also seeking damages to punish him for at least $1 million. For the second cause of action, actual damages to be determined at trial, $90,000, no less than $90,000, and then $1 million in punitive, more than $1 million in punitive. For the third cause of action, actual damages and the amount to be determined at trial, no less than $90,000. Again, no less than $90,000. Again, actual damages for no less than $90,000, together with such other or further relief as the court deems just, proper, and equitable, including but not limited to reasonable legal fees, expenses, costs, disbursements, and interest. So that is this case of this man allegedly defrauding this lady. What do you guys think about that? I seen a lot of chats come in while I was reading that, so I'm going to scroll up, see what you guys have to say, and let's get into the chat. We're going to get through a couple of them, and then let's see where we at. I'm seeing some comments, quite a few comments. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to find where this case started at. Let's see. Kat says, oh, I want Spidey and all the behavioral arts channel comment on this, but IDK, if they need to spend time reacting to this, seems like it's painfully obvious. And that's talking about the actual video of him being robbed, hopefully to pay this lady back. Okay. Deacon Vale says, I have, and it's a hot mess. How dare he? Heard of this pastor? Yes. He is out of control at this point. If these things that she is alleging is true, he is out of control and something needs to be done about him. Amanda says, indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie had a great breakdown on the pastor and the incident and mentions this ongoing case. Okay, I might have to check that out. Deacon Fatal says, which he probably is not, because again, to be a bishop, you have more than one church. You mean his for-profit church? Are they all for profit? Or are they nonprofits at this point? I don't know. I don't know enough about him to know if he's really a bishop or not. Amanda says, that is why he can't register as a nonprofit church. He would lose his tax-exempt status to run for political office and be the owner and head of the church. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that, but we're going to go with what you said, Amanda. Tanya D says, oh, he's going to hell, just horrible. If this stuff is true, it is not looking good. Not looking good at all. Tanya's like, what? What is going on? Deacon Fatal says, okay, I have a question. What bank would let you do that? Generally, if you give the person permission over the phone, they'll accept that. And generally, when you're talking to the banks, at least in my experience, you have to give them like your social security or the last digits of your social security number, your birthday, things like that when you're giving someone authorization. So that is a little weird. That's a little weird that they would do that. Lady Autumn says, heck no. Deacon Fatal says, and not that isn't normal. Not that isn't normal, Boss Bri. I don't know exactly what you're referring to there, but I'm sure it has something to do with this case. Hello Swanky says, hell no, that's not normal. None of this is. Debbie says, pastor of all trades. Apparently, he's pulling off hoax. He's a real estate agent. He's a loan officer. He's an investor. Come on, he's doing it all. He's doing it all. He's getting robbed. Amanda says, and how is the bank not in trouble? Even if he has a POA, power of attorney, he cannot direct the bank to move money in RIAs without in-person previous consent and a special form. Investment stuff is nitpicky. I am not super into investing, so thank you for that information. But I was getting hyped about the permission part. But yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not too familiar with it, so we're gonna go with it. Debbie says, I haven't been in church in years. I am afraid I might be struck by lightning. Oh, okay, that's what everybody is saying. It's not normal for your pastor to be familiar all in your financial business. I forgot I asked the question because the facts just got so crazy and my energy is like, whoa, what is going on? You're almost making me as mad as the case that I have a trial on Friday. But I feel you, Debbie. I feel you, Debbie, not going to church. You don't want to walk in and the lightning's there, right? Amanda says the bank could lose its FDIC or NCAU insurance backing if it went down like the lawsuit alleges. That might be her next person to sue, but does she have enough money to sue them and to also sue the bank, right? Maybe if she gets her money back from this guy, then she can sue the bank. Hello Swanky says, it's not an investment, it's theft. I'm there with you. Deacon Fatal says, I can just tell you how most churches work because I'm a PK and was a minister of music for a time. So everything I'm hearing not only sounds sketchy as all get out. Yeah, not only was his robbery sketchy, but now this case is pretty sketchy as well. Deacon Fatal also says 100K house in NY. Exactly. Where are we finding this? And he's going to give her a refund for what he doesn't spend. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Is she taking the loan from him? Was that the original idea? I'm not getting it. Deacon Fatal says, where's the house? The house is there. It's just $4.4 million. Lady Autumn says, that's not an investment. That's funneling money. Yes, it is. And he also said it was a donation to his campaign. Are we Amber Heard? Are we Amber Heard here? You cannot pledge somebody's money against their will, Mr. What is his name? I don't even remember his name. But yeah, you cannot pledge someone else's money to your campaign or to your house. Lady Autumn says, don't give money to anyone without a contract, especially that amount of money. That is not easy to come by. And she's saying it was her entire life savings. So you should want a contract before giving that money to this pastor. I know he's telling you he's holier than thou and all of these things, but I don't know. I feel like we see time and time again pastors defrauding their own community. So at some point we can be happy that they are of the Lord, but at the same time, we have to remember that they are still humans and several other people in their group, we're going to call them a group, have done it before. So don't think that this person is any different. I understand that she felt he was different because he had helped her son, but at this point, I want to question the son. What's going on, son? What's going on here? Dasby says, I wonder what the tax penalties were for pulling that money. I'm sure there were some. Amanda might be able to help us out with that. Deacon Fatal says, if I was working in a bank, this would give me so many questions. Yeah, like, do you know this man? Is he financially abusing you? Is this elder abuse? A whole bunch of things. Your pastor is transferring your money. There's a lot of questions to be asked. Tanya D says, side note, I wish I had 90K in my account. I'd be happy with 10K. Well, she had 10K that she got to keep for her personal account. I also wish I had 90K in my account, but I'm sure I'm going to get there. Definitely going to get there. But now she doesn't have any retirement, and that's so sad. But for exchange for $100 a month, I still don't get that one. Like, how did she think that was reasonable? I'm not getting that one. Okay, let's see. We got some ads going on. Tiny D says, right, Amanda, my bank calls me or puts a hold on my funds for much less. Exactly. She would have needed to go. Well, I guess she went in to get a cashier's check for at least out of her personal account from the IRA. I don't know what company she's using, or Transamerica. I suggest y'all not work with them because they'll let your pastor give your money away. I'm gonna get kicked off the internet. Maybe this is why my channel is not growing. I play around too much. Okay. Alice Monkey says, I don't think it's supposed to make sense. It's a scheme. He was probably trying to intentionally confuse her. Well, he did. He did for over a year. Lady Autumn says that she just funded. OMG. Yeah, she bought him a house. Amanda says to Deacon Fatal, first, no one can call and move money out of any investment account over the phone. Too many forms needing notarized takes forever, especially not him because there is no POA, power of attorney, mentioned. No, he's just on the phone with her and her son, which all sounds sketchy to me. But yeah, it said it was Transamerica. So if anybody has money with Transamerica, you might want to look into their policies. Here we go. Deacon Fatal says, that is what he is saying. Do I believe him? Hell no. I don't even know what you referred to there. Amanda says to Tanya, yeah, bankers take ton of classes that teach you to be nosy in anything out of the ordinary, and we are federally required to report transactions over 10K, period. Sounds appropriate because aren't there tax penalties for removing 10K or giving 10K as a gift even? Hello Swanky says erroneously. I don't know why. It's very hard for me to pronounce certain things, especially like while I'm live. It's like an extra nervousness that's up. And then a couple of years ago, a part of my face became numb, so sometimes it's really hard for me to pronounce stuff. So I just give up. But thank you for breaking it down for me erroneously. Thank you so much. But yeah, I have a numb piece of my face, so I'm like not gonna stress my lips out to try to say stuff a lot of times. But the breakdowns, they often help. They often help me. Okay, Deacon Fatal says, so I'm going to put this short and sweet. He scammed her. He's a grifter and not a man of the cloth, as she thought he was, and as he wants us to believe that he was robbed in that church. This case, these allegations against him are just making that robbery seems a lot more sketchy than it seemed even before reading this case. Like I said, guys, this was a blind react for me, because I just pulled it and I was like, okay, we're getting on live, we're doing it. And so it was shocking for me. I don't know if it was shocking for you guys, but it was shocking for me. Tiny D says, we're about to get feisty, Bri. You got feisty, Bri. All right. That made me so mad. It made me so mad. Lady Autumn Sky says, I can't even with this thief, bishop, preacher, swindler like WTF. Exactly. What does he got going on? Sorry, I had to clear my throat. What does he got going on? He has too much time on his hand to be defrauding people like this, allegedly. Amanda says federal reporting is for any cash transaction over 5K and any over 10K. As bankers, we would get calls from AML asking us about transactions that happened months earlier just for more due diligence. Someone was not paying attention in her bank. Jane says the pics of the house are on the internet. It's beautiful. No reno needed. Exactly. A lot of houses that are selling for $4.4 million are not needing renovations when you buy them. It just doesn't make sense. Unless you wanted something like super specific and you have all of this money, then sure. But generally, if you're buying something for someone that needs renovations, which I don't know how he thought he was going to get her a house for $100,000 anyways, makes me also think whether he is scamming the son as well. What's going on with the son's house? Now I'm nosy. Now I want to know. Debbie says, I can erroneously in my head, no telling how I would sound coming out of my mouth. Yeah, I just used the breakdown that she gave me. Amanda says, sorry, AML is anti-money laundering. Someone might need to be under investigation for the money laundering. Back office department that reviews large dollar transactions. I think he's going down. I'm saying he's going down. I'm just looking at my chat. It's like all moderators. I can see, I have YouTube Studio pulled up, so I see all the moderators. I definitely support all the support of the channel, the moderators and the members with all the comments. And we got some newcomers coming with some comments. I'm loving to see it. Okay. Deacon Fatal says, I'm doing my best not to cuss right now because this ain't my channel. And I respect Bri. But if she wants to cuss, I'm not going to police her tone because I'm not going to cuss. I don't cuss. It's hard for me to cuss. It probably would sound weird if I cuss. So I just use my own language. But no, we're not going to cuss. But this is definitely making me mad and making me want to cuss. So I feel you there, Deacon Fatal. Lady Autumn Sky says, wait, his address is there. The lead attorney pulled up his house without the address. Pull it up. Yeah, it's there. We can look it up, his other address, but I'm thinking some people might come to his address because this is all public record and you're defrauding, especially if this is an old lady, you defrauding old ladies. That is not okay. Deacon Fatal says he's walking poo to me for many other reasons than just this. This is my first time hearing about him, but I feel like I've heard about several pastors that's just like him. Debbie says, I live in the desert surrounded by dirt and cacti. Okay. Tiny D says, oh my goodness, that's definitely an estate. Yeah. That big old house, $4.4 million, a house that he was supposed to be buying for this lady. I hope if this stuff is real, if these allegations are true, I hope they give her that house and he has to pay for it. That's what I hope. Deacon Fatal says, we can tell he handled it better, or you handled it better than I would because I'm cussing. Debbie says, I probably couldn't afford the fountain, much less the estate. Come on, right? Right. Can we get a little mini fountain? Maybe we'll get a little mini fountain back here so we can feel like the Bri Hive has an estate. In the in-ground pool, I don't know where we're going to get that. Maybe I can walk my camera out to my complex's pool and we have an in-ground pool. But yeah, maybe we should get a waterfall right there to relax the feisty Bri. Jane says the claim for political donation could be investigated too. Break of election laws. Yeah, that could also be something too, as far as limits and the way that you actually donate. I'm pretty sure, don't you have to keep track of it? They probably just put it as anonymous, honestly. But she wrote a check. So yeah, not good. Deacon Fatal says he isn't a bishop. Again, there are rules to being there are rules to being to that game. I believe you. I don't think he's a bishop, but I don't really know what it takes to be a bishop. But at this point, I don't believe him. I don't think he is. I think he's a scam. My opinions only. I think he's a scam artist. Amanda says, well, wait. If he accepted the money as a campaign donation and then bought the house, that is a violation of campaign finance laws. What the F? He his paper trail, if she has all these messages and emails and text messages and things, his paper trail is going to come back to bite him for sure. Okay, we have Tanya D saying, at this point, I'm waiting for other people to come forward. I'm sure she wasn't the first one he swindled out of this money. I would not be surprised if lawsuits just start coming out and being like, hey, you know what? I gave him some money too. And all of a sudden he ended up with this house, or he ended up with this bishop ring, or whatever else. What did he have on $1 million worth of jewelry? And he couldn't buy his house without this lady's $90,000? Come on. Come on now. That don't make sense. Lady Autumn Sky. So to me, he's living above his means. Sorry. Okay. Lady Autumn Sky says, what is so sad? This is the only one who came forward to say that Mother Tucker took my money like that. Amanda says to Deacon Fatal, not that FEC does much with campaign finance violations in general, but that is a huge violation of campaign finance laws. I believe it. Lady Autumn says, I know he has done this before. I would absolutely not be surprised if he has. Tanya D says, my mom is on my account and we had to go in just to make a normal change on the account. As it should be, especially when you're dealing with that much money. I can see it happening for smaller accounts, and especially these larger accounts. I don't know. That bank official I think they will be under investigation too. Mr. CKB says, not to be the devil's advocate, but this is a contract matter. Although the claims alleged in the complaint is polarizing, it's just allegations. I need to see what comes out through discovery. Exactly. So this was filed back in September 2021. What I'm going to try to do is find the case in the actual courts and see what the process is of obtaining the court or the court documents to see if we can get any more information. Because like you said, these are just allegations. It is a contract dispute, but she has some text messages. It's not a full contract in writing. They're basically going to have to piece this contract together to show he knew what the contract was about and that he violated her original thoughts of what the contract was supposed to be. Like you're thinking. I think you say you're in law school. Doing great. Okay. Amanda says to Tanya, yep, because they would have a new signature card, which would require both of you to re-sign. Those have to be retained in paper form for 10 years after the account closes. Makes sense as far as transferring the money. Mr. CKB says, and considering all of the working parts, people involved, this won't be a walk in the park. Nope. She's going to have to prove that these text messages are evidence of a contract, that payment was evidence of a contract. It's going to be a case. I'm going to try to see if I can get the documents. Amanda says she wouldn't need to sue the bank. She has to file a complaint with the Treasury Department because that is a huge legal problem and a ton of federal laws they broke in the bank that they did over the phone. Well, hopefully she watches this part of the video. If you guys are watching still to this point and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the thumbs up to help us out in the algorithm. I know we got deep into this case, but we still got to do the YouTube things. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Deacon Fatal says, I do too, because was the son in on it too? Questions that need answers. What's going on with his house? Does this guy own his house? That's another question. Amanda says there wouldn't have been a tax penalty if she was over a certain age, I believe 67. I'm thinking I'm under the assumption that she's probably elderly. Deacon Fatal says, if I was a prosecutor, I would also dig deeper on this. Where there is smoke, there is fire. I would not be surprised if he completely funded his house. If he did this, if these allegations are true, that he completely funded his house through church funds, through church members' funds by saying that they're investing from donations from his campaign, said he was running for the political office, maybe didn't even spend the money on the political office, but bought the house. I wouldn't be surprised if these allegations are true. Okay. Amanda says on a 100K investment, 100 per month would not even make the required annual distribution that she would be required to take after she reached the minimum age. Okay. Yeah, $100 a month. I'm like, if you're gonna spend your 100 grand, why don't you just live off of that? I don't know. And I'm wondering if her credit was even too bad to get the house, or if he just swindled her all the way through, got all these friends on the phone to say that they work for this bank and that bank and she can't qualify. Oh, I want to know. Oh, I wonder if they're witnesses on the case. And I wonder if they actually work for the banks. Tanya D says, I wouldn't allow my mom to do that. That's not something you do impulsively over the phone. Exactly. And if the son really thought that he benefited him, I don't know. All right. There's a lot of. I thought I was almost done. Okay. Deacon Vado says, can we be upset right now too? Yes, everyone can be upset. These are some extreme allegations that, if are true, are very, very concerning. And I think it will make it very concerning when he goes to the insurance companies to get his jewelry. Hello Swinky says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all finesse the algorithm. Exactly. Help a sister out over here in the algorithm. All right. Deacon Vado says, okay, can he also be charged with elder abuse? Financial abuse, potentially, especially if he got a power of attorney over her and then he took her money. There are some things for sure that they can go after. Deacon Fiddle says, I would. Tiny D says, oh, wow, I bet there was. It's too common and sad. Yes. Definitely taking advantage of people financially is horrible, but to take advantage of someone that's older financially is even more horrible. And then to tell them that you're going to get them a house, and now all they have is $10,000, and she didn't have an income. It's messed up. Definitely messed up. Deacon Fatal says, I would love to know what church he was ordained in, because there are peer reviews for all of that. We can look it up. We can go full discovery on this man. Deacon Fatal says, I can't wait for the discovery. I see you there. Hello Swanky says, devil's advocate, mean faces. We're all on this lady's side, Miss Anderson's side. Betsy says, late hi Bri Hive. Hey, welcome Betsy. Nice to see you here in the live stream. We are almost wrapping up here, honestly. Amanda says to Mr. CKB, I don't disagree. The way they are alleging stuff went down at the bank is just baffling to me. Had that happened in a branch I worked at, everyone involved would have been terminated. Yeah, there's gonna be some notes that they have to go through, some bank records, some phone call transaction records, if they can even get those things. Yes. I'm not sure how they're. Now listen, there's going to be a lot going on in this case for sure. But it was filed a year ago, so there may be some more discovery for us to find. I just have to see, when I'm saying see how to get the documents, really see how much this court is charging for these documents before we get them. Because I got this one for free. I found it on the internet. Monique & Co says, hey, y'all, the bishop just did an interview with Tasha K where he said the 90K was an investment from the lady for a certain amount of time. It all seems sus to me. Oh, I forgot he did put... No, he said after a year, she would be entitled to the money back. She would be entitled to the money back. Oh, let me see. Let me see if I could control find year. Okay, here we go. Found it. It says, however, in text messages, let's show the receipts. However, in text messages between Mr. Whitehead and Miss Anderson that occurred on or about May 14, 2021 and May 17, 2021, he admits to the nature of the original payment to him as an investment, and that monthly payments were indeed owed to her, along with a balloon payment of the entire amount, which he claims was repayable to her after 1 year. After 1 year, he was supposed to give this money back to her. So he's keeping his word. It was for a limited amount of time, but he was supposed to give it back to her after a year if he didn't use it. But he ended up, when did he buy the house? He ended up closing on the house in August 2021. When did she actually give him the money? Control, find cashier's check. Receipt check. Where are we at? On November 30th, 2020. Oh, so he was still within the year when he bought the house. So he wouldn't have had to give the money back to her yet. But he bought himself a house, not her a house. Ooh, I got to go watch that Tasha K interview. Betsy says, listening. Well, welcome. All right. They're saying, hey, to Monico, Tasha K, it's Shiesty too. Oh, I did a vote of if you guys wanted to cover the appeal for Tasha K, and nobody wanted to cover it, but we might still cover it because I have the appeal and I'm nosy and I want to see what's going on, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it too. So we will probably still go through that appeal because I wanted to know exactly what she would be appealing on, honestly. So I have it on my computer and we can go over Tasha K and the things she got going on with Cardi B and the defamation. Deacon Fatal says, let's look that up. As far as the interview, I'm not going to watch the whole, I don't know if you're referring to that or something else, but I'm not going to watch the interview because Tasha K, she got to pay back Cardi B, so I don't want no copyright strikes. Deacon Fatal says, because I can bet he wasn't ordained. Oh, look up where he was ordained. Ordained by any church, and if he was, I would look into that church too. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be too mad. I don't know how to look it up, but maybe we can, maybe someone will do the research for us. Send it over to me. I just don't have time to do that this week. And I don't have time to do that on the live right now because it's almost dinner time and I'm hungry. Tiny D says, let's go all in on this case. Yeah, I can, like I said, I can see how much the documents cost, but I'm going to tell y'all, YouTube is not paying me that much. So we may not be able to afford to be that nosy. Deacon Fatal says, just because I'm that nosy, we may not be able to get that nosy with the documents. Hello Swanky says, I'm with Tanya D. I'm for more interested in this than Johnny and Amber's drama. It's Johnny and Amber is just stringing along so long. I'm like, I'm tired of hearing the names. They talk about she sold her house. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, we know, I'm assuming she's going to lose, but yeah, we need new cases, right? New cases. And this is very interesting. I love to follow this case. Okay. Like I said, I'll look at the court website to see how much they're charging for the documents. Like I said, this one was free. So of course we were able to get it and go through it. But we'll look into if we can afford to get the other ones too. Deacon Fatal says he might be broke right now. As far as the Bishop goes, probably, most likely, honestly. Amanda says, total side note, even if her credit was awful, if she had $100K in an investment fund with the bank, they could have done a mortgage using the IRA as collateral along with the house. But remember, he had his colleagues call her. So not like different people. She didn't call different banks and try to do it herself. He helped her find the people to tell her those things. So I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if those people were that they didn't even work for banks. I would not be surprised if they didn't work there. Deacon Fatal says, I would at least ask. I might if I have the time. Yeah, if you have the time to look it up, feel free. We can bring it back to the next live stream or a live stream down the line to figure out what's going on. I'll look into the courts to see what documents I can get from there. And then he probably has a website where he tells us where he was ordained at. It might be really easy, honestly. And then we have Deacon Fatal saying as well, or no, wait, Amanda saying, what's the case number on this? We can do a little digging. Yes, case number, we have, this is the Kings County Clerk Office. And then we have index number 523200021. I would assume that's the case number. We can go on their website in a second. Okay. And then we have Deacon Fatal saying, reminds me of the Simpsons episode of Just Don't Look. Oh, we're going to look because we're nosy. We're nosy on the Bri Hive. We're nosy at the Bri Hive. Debbie says, I just finished dinner and now I'm ready for dessert. Oh, dessert sounds good. That sounds so good. I don't even know what kind of dessert, but I like dessert a lot. And I need to stop. And it's $4 Pizookie Day at BJ. Oh, no. No. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. That's my favorite dessert right now. Deacon Fatal says, at no time have I heard a realtor involved in this case. The bishop had a realtor to buy his $4.4 million house with him, but he didn't help her with her house, allegedly. Monique and Co says he apparently has a mortgage company too, so I wouldn't be surprised. What? I guess that's how he's helping people get houses, but he didn't want to lend her money, but he let her lend him money. But told her her credit was too bad. Ain't that something? Debbie says, yes, new cases. I am interested in this one. Yeah, we're getting the new cases. That's why I'm always pulling stuff from the news rather than just following the same old cases. Let me see if somebody's talking about desserts. Y'all try to drive me crazy. I'm trying to lose weight here. I got a wedding to prepare for. And y'all talking about cakes and cookies and fresh donut cakes. Knowing that I like dessert. Okay. It was King County court. Let's see. How to access court records and documents. Okay, access Superior Court records. Let's go ahead and show y'all the screen because I got a few more moments. Superior Court case information documents and recorded hearings. Oh, they have recorded hearings? The court clerk is the custodian. The Superior Court record responsible for maintaining the records indefinitely. Some are dated as old as 1854. How to access the records. I can do it online if I go to KC Script Portal, view, download, request court documents in person or by mail. So I will probably have to create an account here. Records viewable through the portal. Oh, I wonder if it's free. Oh, no. Here we go. Government agencies requesting vouchers, fee table. Let's see. $30. Is this just for the government agency? I'll probably have to create the account and then log in to see how much they're going to charge me. But if we talking about 25 cents per page, we probably can afford that. If we're talking about, sorry guys, I keep getting distracted. Civil case type 2. Yeah, we're going to go with that. And then our case number. Let's see here. What was our case number? Is that the case number though? I don't think that's the case number. I guess it is. 523-200. 523-200. 523-200. Let's see. Filing date was September 2021. We'll just click on this and then we'll go all the way to today. And then the code, I'm sorry, y'all. This probably could have been done offline, but let's see. Let's see if it brings us up. Okay. I don't think that was right. I'll probably have to figure. I don't know. I'll probably have to figure this out offline. Sorry about that. Definitely got distracted. Oh, I guess we could do the last name, first name. Whitehead. I see Tanya's comment. Whitehead, and then Lamore. And then let's do the search. 97T8. Still not giving me anything. So I'm wondering if I'm on the wrong King County Superior Court, right? King County. Let me see here. Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Kings, Kings County Clerk. Yeah, that should be the right place. Let me double check the filing date. Yeah, it says September. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out later. I'll have to figure it out later to see. Oh, do I need to add the 221? The 2021? It's not even coming back with his name on there though either. So I don't know if I'm on the right website or not. Let's try Pauline Anderson's. Last one. Let's see. Come on, work for me. Work for me. Is it because I'm typing this thing in? Use search. Okay. 3G. Okay, it says if you received no results in your search, verify the information is correct. Cases that are confidential by statute cannot be searched. If you're attempting to access a confidential case, then click here. I don't think I'm doing a confidential case, but I might just be in the wrong area. So I'll probably just try to figure it out sometime this week or maybe over the weekend. And then we can figure it out. Superior. It says there is no superior court out here. It says the superior. What does it say? Supreme Court. Oh, let me see. Maybe that's what it is because it says Superior Court. So Kings, that might do it. King County Superior. Supreme Court. Because New York courts start at Supreme. Oh, it's probably a wrong a wrong state. Yeah, because this one looks different. Let's see. How do I file court documents, attend, do business, look up? Let's see. Oh, it goes back to file superior court documents. Are we in the wrong state here? So King County Supreme Court. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm in, because it says Washington. That's Washington. New York. Okay. We're getting to the right place. We're getting to the right place. That was Washington. Okay. Now I think we are in the right place. Electronic filings, law library, papers, conference, motions, notes. E-court. Go into the e-court. Civil local. Okay. Civil Supreme. Party search. Court calendars. Document search. Here we go. Here we go. We are making progress. All right. Here we go. Index number. Index number. Okay. Y'all are just staring at me staring at a screen. So here we go. It is 5. We are making progress. It was worth the wait. Worth the wait. 523. Select the court. God dang it. What court is it in? Kings County, right? Yep, Kings. Oh, but this is only for decision. So it's not going to show us the actual case. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually get the documents. Do they have a portal? What's going on? Because you can do a document search, but then it only says for decisions or search the text and online decisions. No, because like I said, that's a decision. We want the actual documents that's being filed here. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know. Someone says I'm on the wrong side again. CKB say I'm on the wrong side again. It says New York. Where do I need to go? Oh, Brooklyn, New York? Is that the one? You see why it takes me a long time to get the information for us? Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Kings. Let's see. Okay, let me type that out. Let's see. Supreme Court. What do we have? Supreme Court. Come on, get out the way. Supreme Court of the State of New York. What else? The State New York, King, County of King. Oh, it just deleted. Let me just copy this. Oops. Turn the highlighter off. Come on, I want to go eat. Okay, let's try to find the right website. Oh, this is not the right one? I thought that's the one I was on. Yeah, that's the same one that it's giving me. Oh, thanks. There's a link. Let me see. Okay, copy. See, this is why I need a team. This is why I need a team. Thank you, Bri. Okay. Oh, it was the right website. Let's say that it was the right website, but the wrong link. I needed to go to eTrack, and I did see the eTrack on there. I just didn't know what it meant. So we were on the right website. We were just in the wrong section. See, and you guys had linked it so long ago. I'm sorry, y'all. I was deeply invested to searching. Okay. Okay, I would need to create an account before it lets me in there. Okay, so now we got it, and then I can see how much it actually costs. I'll make my account, and then I'll figure out if we can get any of the documents, and then we'll see how much everything is costing and what's going on. I guess I could just make the account. Honestly, I'll just put you guys off the screen. That way y'all don't know my government information. So no one steals my $90,000 that I don't have. Choose a user ID. We're going to do Beehive. No, we're going to do let's do I will do LBF. I think. Oh no, this is what I have the other one as. LBF, and then no, let's just do LBF. Okay, and then email address is create an account. They said my email address is too long. Your user ID. Oh, my user ID is not long enough. Okay. Y'all are seeing me struggle after a long day of work. Okay, we are in. We are in. I cannot believe you guys are watching me struggle. I can't believe it. Your account was created. An email was sent to your email address. Provides instruction on how to complete the registration, which takes a few seconds until you complete the registration. eTrack will not be available to you. Okay, so now I got to go to my email account. Let's see. Why does my email look like this? They changed my settings here. Okay, I need to make a password. Okay. The bishop is live on YouTube right now, says Mackenzie. I'm sure we'll check it out in a second. It's making me answer what's a tough question. So I'm gonna say here's a better one for the document list. Okay, you already got the list. Let me see. Where is it at? I can see it here on my, oh, here it is. Okay, let's see if you already have the document list. I just created an account. Okay, we're here. You already made an account, or what am I doing here? What am I doing here? I just made an account. Okay. Amanda is on it. She's going to be our ultimate researcher of this live stream whenever we're doing something live, because we are here already. All right. So we have the complaint going on. We have some exhibits, which includes the checks that she had, affirmation affidavit of notice of motion. Oh, and it lets us see it for free. So we will be able to keep up with this case, guys. We will be able to keep up with this case. So Amanda has Amanda is nosy. So Amanda is nosy. Oh, Amanda said Amanda is nosy. That's funny. Okay, so we got it for free. We got it for free. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading. Pursuant. Oh, he didn't respond. Oh, this is their motion. Pursuant to this, entering a default judgment against defendant Lamore Whitehead Lamore in favor of Pauline on the first cause of action. Enter a default. Whoa. Let's go back. There may not be much to research, guys, because it looks like he did not respond. This was from February of this year. Affidavit, conformance support in motion, summons and complaint, mailing, re-notice, the decision. There might not be much. And this decision came down in July 29th. So last week this came out. It is ordered that plaintiff's motion, oh, it's denied. Never mind. I got so hyped for no reason. The motion is denied. A notice of motion is made when it is served, and in instances where it cannot be established service was effectuated, the court may not entertain a motion resulting in an order any of the nullity. Oh, he probably gonna respond now. Oh, I thought he was gonna lose. So we do have something else to research in this case. So, okay. Right. So I just made an account for this company. For this case. They just now denied the order after like 6 months. I was excited. I thought maybe he wasn't gonna be able to respond, but they're gonna have to serve him, and they're gonna actually probably have to do personal service in this one. So we may have more things to go over, but we have a list. It's all free, but I got it free after creating the account. So not shame on me, but I wish we would have found this earlier. But thank you to Amanda for being the ultimate researcher on the Bri Hive and helping us find this document for free. I'm gonna go ahead and save this link, and hopefully it continues to work. If not, I also have an account, so we can find it a little later on. What is his name? Lamore Whitefield? Whitehead? What is his name? Okay. All right. So now we have this link. We're doing all good over here. sorry for that long. That was like 30-minute off of me supposed to be getting off of live stream, but we found it. So we'll be able to cover the case whenever he responds. So that will be fun. I'm working on some collaborations that I'm excited to announce for you guys. Probably will announce it next week once I get more details to let you know some other channels that I'm going to be appearing on this month. So I am super excited to join some other live streams, and I will let you guys know about that. We should be here on Thursday. Like I said, I do have a trial on Friday. So whether I stream on Thursday will depend on how far I am behind on getting ready for the trial. But I feel like I'm pretty caught up on getting ready for the trial. So we should be able to stream on Thursday. But if we don't stream on Thursday, that will be the reason why. If you guys find any cool cases, let me know. There's probably not going to be nothing done on this case for a while because they actually need to serve him. So we went into all of those allegations, yet they haven't even served them. So that's a whole nother issue. Make sure you guys check out the pastor. I don't know if we want to give him more more attention or not, but apparently he's live on YouTube. So that might be something to pass your time. So thank you guys for joining me here live. Thank you for coming along this journey to do the research with me. That was super fun. And we are going to find some other cases, see some things that you guys think are interesting. I'm thinking about going into the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie story. Also, what else was I going to cover? There was something else, but I can't think of it right now. But let me know if you guys find any cases that you feel are interesting and that you think that we should cover on this case or on this channel. And I will see you guys on the next live stream, either next Tuesday or Thursday. Hopefully Thursday. We're hoping we can do Thursday. So I will see